everybody, my name is Aniston Anderson, and the summer of 2024, I have had the privilege of being an intern for Camp Blessing, Texas. It has been a great experience, and I'm excited to share that with you guys, tell you a little bit about my projects and what I've been working on, and just the things I've accomplished this summer. So Camp Blessing, Texas is a ministry located in Brenham, Texas. They serve any individual with special needs that is over the age of 7. So we're able to serve children, young adults, and then also older adults, no matter what capabilities they might have. So it is a super interesting experience, and every week looks so different depending on what campers we're serving. So definitely a very interesting public health just setting to be in, because there are individuals with all sorts of different abilities and health needs. So we get to serve in a lot of different ways here. Rachel Crick, this has been my preceptor for the summer. She has been so awesome to work with. She is a licensed occupational therapist and the programs manager here at Camp Blessing, Texas. So her job, each of our special needs individuals come and they are matched up with a neurotypical high school volunteer to be with them all week. So this volunteer will help take care of any food needs they might have. They will be their best friend for the week pretty much. And one of Rachel's main jobs is ensuring that the volunteer is able to match those needs for that camper. So she pairs them up individually and they get to be together all week long. So she spends a lot of her time doing that, and then also just running around and making sure that individuals that we need to transfer are being safely transferred, and that we're properly caring for all of our individuals in whatever ways we can best. So my first project for this summer was to create a new training schedule and manual for our clinic staff. We have a full clinic here at camp because our individuals have so many different needs and medical needs. We have a clinic that runs in order to be in charge of all of those things and have them in one place, but some of the documentation for this clinic was not complete. And there was a lot of sticky notes to reminders of things and how to do things. So just informal documentation that needed to be kind of put together in one spot. So my purpose for this project was to complete and get together one place for all of the information anybody can need in the clinic, and that they would find and know how the procedures work and what camp protocols we have. This is an example of one of the procedures that I had written and typed up for this document. It was a response for our emergency calls here at camp. We call them immediately calls, as to not concern any of our campers or anything like that with the word emergency. But this was just a document to explain kind of what that means and how to handle that when that comes through. Improved competencies from this specific project, I was able to assess the population's needs by seeing that this document needed to be made and see what different procedures our clinic girls have to do and what they do to serve our campers and different things. So just kind of brainstorming what needed to be documented. The importance of cultural competency and communication. This was really important because our staff for the clinic comes from all different levels. We have volunteer clinicians who are licensed clinicians, but then we also have some girls who are in college and pre-med and maybe taking their first science class. So making sure that everything was scientifically correct, but also understandable from a base level. Select methods to evaluate. This number 11 was really just knowing that I had to evaluate what programs and things we needed and how they needed to run. So knowing these procedures so that I could type them up was really important, and what that public health protocol would look like. And then leadership and management principles was actually really important. I was in a leadership role this summer, so I was our senior programs leader, which means that I get to run kind of how camp is run on time. So it was lots of leadership skills over those clinic girls and that summer staff. And then communication strategies, again, this is huge here. Communication is what makes camp run. We are in charge of making sure everybody's where they need to be and knows what they need to be, and all of those things. So a lot of that lined up with this project. My second project was to create virtual staff trainings for any staff at camp. So starting in May, we have a whole week of staff training in order to get everyone prepared to best welcome our campers when they're here and care for them. But oftentimes we have summer staff that we have to turn away and we can't accept to work here because they're unavailable to attend this training session. So the goal of this training was to be able to accept more staff members by allowing that to be available online. This project is still currently going on. I'm not finished with it yet. But on this next slide, this is an example of what I have created so far. So it's been a lot of researching different platforms and seeing what they look like and different things to present to my preceptor for possible options for us creating that online virtual trainings. The competencies from this, again, we're assessing the needs and what needs to be trained on. What do our staff members need to know? Allowing that to be a policy and program is in just figuring out what program is going to work best. What are we going to do for this? And then evaluating that and allowing it to line up and make sure it is what we need. Communication strategies, seeing is there's a certain way we put these trainings online, will they not be properly communicated? So we really have to be careful on that. And then also just audience appropriate content is really important. So ensuring that we're not sharing too much about our campers in this content. Overall, this has been such a great experience. I have gotten to gain so much exposure to different communities and different ages. I have had super increased organization skills and documentation, and I feel like I was really able to serve this community well. Overall, this is Camp Blessing, Texas, and I love it a lot. I would recommend this as a great internship experience for anyone looking for a site to do their next internship for public health. Here's some information just to see more about where Camp Blessing is. Their website is super helpful and a great resource. So thank you guys.